Now, the Sundance Film Festival is far and away the biggest in the United States. Kevin Smith, Quentin Tarantino, Bryan Singer, and many others all made their debuts in Park City, and careers can be made or destroyed during the course of a single screening. Of course, we had to make the trip. Let's go live to Sundance with our resident film expert, Chris Gore. Chris, you look cold.
Hey, how's it going?
What happened to that red hat you said you were going to wear?
A little cold. I can tell you that the temperature at which hair gel freezes is 10 degrees, and my hair's been frozen the whole time.
Oh, you were going to wear that crazy red hat. What happened to it?
No, I still have it. It's not dark yet. It's still warm here. It's about 8.
All right, good to know. Now, we want to know the buzz on the films. The press seems to be talking about this film, Zoo. Now, from what I hear, it's a documentary about bestiality. Is that right?
Well, you're absolutely correct. I mean, this is a film that exposes a farm out in Washington State in which people pay to have experiences, intimate experiences with horses. And the way it begins is one person is accidentally killed during one of these intimate encounters, which launches a whole expose of what's been happening at this farm. And it's fairly dark material. I mean, why would people fly from all over the world to, be with a horse?
How much does it cost?
It's called, you know what?
Experience a horse.
I don't know. I can research that for you, but I mean, it's a documentary that's got a lot of talk. I haven't seen it yet, but just the description in the program guide made me sick to my stomach.
Now, Chris, people are saying this year is the year of the documentary at Sundance. I love documentaries. Are there other documentaries we should care about at all?
Absolutely. There's one that's out there called In the Shadow of the Moon, in which NASA declassified a whole bunch of footage from Apollo missions. And a lot of it is kind of mundane, but they put it together in this whole package where you see astronauts really sort of poetically, in a more human sense, talking about their trip to the moon, and footage from the moon launches that we've never seen before, outer space footage that's never before seen. What's cool about this is the documentary, after its first screening, got picked up for distribution by Discovery Channel. So you're actually going to get to see this movie very soon on cable.
That's great. Now, I love...
Another...
Go ahead. Another one?
Oh, I was going to say, there's another documentary I just saw today. Its very first screening, called Chasing Ghosts. And a lot of G4 viewers are going to love this one. It's about video game geeks. It's also about the culture of video games in the 1980s and the 1982 very first World Video Game Championship. All the guys that assembled for that and got the high scores on all types of games like Tempest and whatnot.
Yeah.
They converged for the very first time in Meet after over 20 years.
Well, that's definitely something
fantastic documentary.
I've heard about it. It sounds fantastic. But now we're not talking about documentaries anymore. What about non-documentary, like movies, real films?
Well, there's a lot of great stuff here. The stuff that I personally tend to gravitate to are like the horror and genre films. There's one that's premiering tonight called The Signal. And I've spoken to the filmmakers. We'll have an interview later this week that you'll get to see on G4. The Signal is a fantastic horror film in which the characters in the movie hear this odd signal in their heads. They hear it from cell phones and televisions and their computers, and it just begins to irritate them at a small level in which finally at a certain point, bad things begin to happen.
Now, Chris, we got time for one more. Tell me about Fido. I heard this is a great one.
Fido is cool. Fido is another in the zombie genre where basically it's a 1950s idyllic culture in which zombies have now become domesticated. They're like pets, so they do all the chores around the house. This one family has decided they're not gonna have a zombie in their home. Finally, the dad relents, and then chaos ensues as a little boy becomes friends with his very own pet zombie. In fact, there's another movie at Sundance called American Zombie, which also kind of delves into another take on the zombie movie.
So
that one I hear is great.
So Fido's like Alf for E.T., but with zombies, right?
A little bit. It's got the whole zombie take. Yeah,
right.
No, I think Blair would love it too.
Thanks so much, Chris. Stay warm out there, and we will definitely have more.
I will.
All right, bye.